Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of ScreenFlow Live in quite some time. I apologize for the long break. I've been away traveling to trade shows and doing other various gigs. And of course, we only do these every other week anyway when we're around, just trying to keep things somewhat light and informal. But we're back after a long break, and we are happy to be here showing you new tips, new information around ScreenFlow and the things you can do with this powerful tool. My name is Andrew Haley. I'm the host of ScreenFlow Live, as well as some of our other shows and webinars here at Telestream. And if you're not familiar with us at Telestream, we make a wide variety of video solutions and workflow tools, from everything for your desktop regarding live video production to editing and screen capture and transcoding, all the way up to broadcast enterprise level solutions for the big boys. So we have a lot of experience with video and video production, workflows and tools and software, and that is what we like to bring to the table when we talk about ScreenFlow and other things. So we really do know this stuff, and it's something that I like to share with people because there's always something new to learn and something exciting to show you guys. So ScreenFlow is our Mac-based editor. It's won numerous awards, and so hopefully if you're watching this, you know what ScreenFlow is and you've heard of it before. But if not, it's free to download at telestream.net. And ScreenFlow has won numerous awards. It's really well known, and I'd say that it's primarily known as a screen capture tool and an editing tool on the Mac. It really makes screencasting, which is basically capturing anything on your screen, video, cameras, connecting microphones, capturing anything on your screen or in a window or a part of your screen, and then just bringing it all together and making it super easy to edit and then distribute and publish out to the world. So people use this all over the place. I'm always amazed at who I find out is a ScreenFlow user, and it's somebody I've known or respected for a really long time. If they're on a Mac and they make video or they make tutorials or lessons, or they need to even just show something on their screen, or they just wanted to find something that worked better for them than iMovie, then I often find that that's what draws them to ScreenFlow. So they're using ScreenFlow already. So it's really popular software. It's been around for a long time, and there's a reason for that. It's really well known for what it does because it is just easy to use. And hopefully you'll get some value out of this. Again, every Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time, this time, or every other Wednesday, we do a live show to just take your questions, talk about things. If you want, you can find us on our Facebook Live page, ScreenFlow on Facebook, where you can ask questions. That's where we're broadcasting right now. But of course, if you're watching this later, we might have posted this to YouTube, and you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment or a question. But I encourage you, YouTube viewers, join us during the live broadcast so we can help you too, or teach you more about ScreenFlow. So today's are just some power tips. I don't have a lot to talk about in terms of the in-depth stuff, but I did want to show you a couple cool tricks and a couple cool tools that you may not know that you can do or use in ScreenFlow that can help you with some stuff. So why don't we dive in? And if you guys have questions, if you're on Facebook, you're watching the live broadcast right now, just leave those comments. I'm going to pull those up right now, and then I can see those. Let me just refresh the page and make sure that I've got those comments. And we can even throw those live on the screen if you want. Right now you're seeing right next to me, this way, this is my iPhone screen. And I have a little app open called Periscope, and we'll talk about that. You've hopefully heard of Periscope before, so we'll talk about that in a moment. But first, let me just make sure I've got the live questions up. Here we go. I'm going to have to mute this. It comes full screen here. Okay, here we go. So Mari, hi. Thanks for joining us. And if you are watching this, leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from and what you like about ScreenFlow. Always good to hear. And then if you're watching later on the YouTube page, please, again, leave a comment, leave a like, or subscribe, and we'll put more videos like this up. All right, so first what I want to talk about is our Periscope and how you can use ScreenFlow to capture periscopes. So the first thing about Periscope that you need to know is that usually with Periscopes, this is a live broadcasting app for your phone, and it really came on the scene about a year and a half ago or so, beginning of last year, and it was really well known for that, just to be able to easily broadcast live video to Twitter. It became really popular for that. And the thing about it is that people were using it to, all over the world. You can see from this little map inside of Periscope that you can dial in on who's broadcasting from where and who's doing live videos. So you can see in California, there's a bunch of people. It's spreading out, it's updating as we go. And you can tune in and see who's broadcasting. You can also go to who's popular. And it's a great way to just get live in the moment video. You'll see something similar with this with the Facebook Live map, which is another feature that Facebook does on their live broadcasting. So everybody's doing a live video. I would expect, YouTube's quite large, but I would expect YouTube Live to maybe follow suit with something like this at some point. And the thing about it, though, with Periscope is that these videos would just disappear after 24 hours. You could see a live, you could watch it in the moment or within 24 hours of somebody broadcasting, but after that, it was gone. So how did you capture, if there's something important or something you want to watch later, or maybe you want to reference it, you're using it in your own production, or you want to pull it into a video or something, how would you do that? Well, ScreenFlow and tools like ScreenFlow have you covered. So ScreenFlow users and other people figured out clever ways to capture live broadcasts on apps like Periscope or on their phone that otherwise they'd have a hard time recording. Apple doesn't generally let you peek into other apps and screen record them on the phone itself. But using screen capture tools or using your Mac computer, you can plug in your Lightning cable into your Mac and open an app like ScreenFlow. And then you can watch what's going on and record it at the same time. So what we're going to do is let's just go see, for example, we've got this Barbados St. Lawrence app. This actually ended about 6 hours ago, but this is down in Bridgetown, one of the Caribbean islands. And you can watch what's going on in there. Let's just peek in there and pull this video broadcast up. This is a live broadcast. Hopefully my bandwidth here is good enough to see how it's working. But as that's loading, you'll see that one of the neat things about the way that video is done on Periscope and other apps like this is that you can do things like hold and skip through and jump around. You can see comments live on the screen and in the app. So it's a nice way to be in the moment interactive. So that's having a hard time loading up. So we may just have to pretend for today. Let's see if I can find another one that was live. Let's go. See if we can find All Things Considered. We'll follow them. And they haven't had any recent broadcasts, but the nice thing is that you've got basically access to your Twitter list. You can follow people on Twitter. They'll suggest people that you might want to watch or follow. And then, of course, you've got the live map, so we can peek around here. Maybe I'll go into the list view. There we go. Now we can just scroll through and see who's live. So you get a real slice of life here of the world in this particular moment, what's happening, what people are doing. So it can be pretty exciting. You get stuff like robberies and people just vlogging about what's going on in their lives, checking in. You get people like playing music here. So this is kind of cool. And you can, of course, chat them live. So you got like 25 other people watching this guy play guitar. And you could say hi or awesome, right? And you can chat right in. And they can see it. They can read the comments. They can respond back. You can tap the screen to give them a heart or a like and just let them know. It's just a great feedback system. So Periscope's cool that way. And what you can actually do in some apps like ScreenFlow is you could record this whole instance. So what I'm going to do is show you how that works if you're not familiar with this. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to pull up the ScreenFlow window. And I can even maybe turn up the volume a little bit so we can maybe hear some of the music. I'll show you how we would do this. So when you open ScreenFlow, again, it's free to download, free to install. You can do all this right up to the only thing that you can't do with the free demo version is export your video without a watermark on it. So not good for your finished product, but you could do all that, test it out, try it, see if you like it, and then of course you could buy it. It's not that expensive. We only charge $99 for this app, and it's really awesome. So I think it's a really good buy if you haven't bought it, or if you have a previous version. You should definitely upgrade to 6 or above because you have the ability to do things like this with your iPhone. So let's listen in and see if we can hear the music. I'm going to go jump into the show recording monitor. So yeah, he's not playing at the moment, but he's talking. There we go. So what you do is that's basically, we can hear, that's your preview iPhone volume. And then in ScreenFlow, when you open ScreenFlow, it's just going to go to the new recording tab here. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. Basically, you're going to add whatever devices you want to check. Oh, is that bothering? Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah. No worries. So I'm just going to move this to my other ear so it's not bumping the microphone. Sorry, guys. Okay. So you're going to pull up the configure recording. You're going to choose which device you want to record. At this point, if you're just recording a Periscope or something on your app or your iPhone or a live event that you're watching, you probably want to just hit record. Select the iPhone. You make sure you've got your audio. And then, sounding good, hit record. And that's going to record whatever's going on your iOS device or iPhone. And it's not showing up on the screen at this exact moment, although I could pull it up in the QuickTime app you can see here. So you can kind of see what's happening. And then we're going to hit stop. I'm going to stop recording. Okay, so you got this really great musician, and I want to give credit to this guy. So I can make sure I've got the right name here. I disappeared on my feed. Okay. All right. Well, so I may not be able to give this guy credit. Anyway, he's a great, good musician, and he's just playing. Looks like a sitar, possibly. Not entirely sure. And then you can. It should just pop up in your timeline editor. And at this point, you can chop it, you can edit it, you can add it to something that you're doing. And use the ScreenFlow tools that are available to you. There's lots of basic editing tools. You can add transitions, you could add video filters, you could make it smaller or larger and make it part of it. Notice that the project timeline has adapted to be a phone, like a portrait style, but we could even change that. We could make it widescreen using the custom preset tools. We could go to a 1920 by 1080. Now we've got the phone in kind of that standard mode, and we could talk about it here, and then we can come back and even go and add additional media. So if I want to add, this time, record something from my desktop, or say record audio or video from my camera, I can do that. So I'm just going to record here and, just talk about, well, I really like the fact that I can record things, and check out this guy. He's an awesome musician, and so forth. And then stop recording. Pulls right in, asks you if you want to throw it into your existing document or make a new one. I'm just going to throw it into this existing one. I haven't saved it, so it's just called Untitled. But if you have more than one open, they would pop up here. Hit OK. And it should just pop up right in your media library on the right, which all of these tabs are available to you. There's lots of different things. Again, we cover all this in our tutorials and basics series. But just add it in, double click, and now I can make myself right here. I could even key out the chroma key. I could take out the green screen by adding a little chroma key filter. And I can move myself over here, and I can be referencing whatever's going on in the Periscope or talking about it, and pause it, and basically add all the video editing magic that I want. So that's the way it works. That's the way you can easily capture live events in your app. You can capture periscopes, which otherwise would be gone after 24 hours. Obviously, be aware of rights and what rights you have. There's such a thing as fair use. You shouldn't present other people's work or broadcast as your own. You shouldn't monetize them or resell them. That's probably well outside the use of fair use. You should consult fair use policies. I'm not suggesting piracy here or doing anything illegal, but I am suggesting that tools like ScreenFlow and what we do and what we enable here allow you to capture media from other sources that you otherwise just can't get. So follow your favorite celebrities or whoever you want on Periscope, watch their Periscopes, use tools like ScreenFlow to grab the media you want or the content you need, and use it fairly and legally. But yeah, that is just another Power Pro tip for you guys. So I hope that was useful to you. If you have a comment or a question, please let me know. Oh, and Marie, sorry for the scratchy audio. I should have paid more attention to that. All right. So let's talk about one more power tip, one more pro tip. I'm going to show you a device here that I want to call attention to. This is called the Contour Shuttle, the Contour Shuttle Pro, and it is the version 2 of it. This is just a simple USB device. It plugs right into your Mac or Windows computer, and obviously you won't use it with ScreenFlow if you're on Mac. But you can control any of these keys. You can code keyboard shortcuts to. You can even scroll through, add things to control that. So this is really useful. You would just download the driver for it, and then, so let's go show you that. Let me show you the website here. So we're going to Contour Shuttle Pro. Go to search for that. You're going to go to contourdesign.com, ergo.contourdesign.com, and you can go, since we already have it here, I'm just going to download the, we'll go to support here, I'm going to go to drivers, so for the shuttle, here we go. Operating system, and we're going to go to Mac OS. I'm going to download this. Up to 10.7, compatible with 10.8, and up. Oh, sorry. That's probably the one I want. Let's try that one. All right, we'll go to the downloads here. I'm going to stop the 2 point, I think this one. Well, it's okay. Just reset. Yeah, it is this one. Okay, we're going to show this one in the Finder. Okay, once it's open, once you've downloaded, or if you buy this device, again, I'll show you why this is cool. But it's something that if you're an editor, if you do a lot of editing, you might want to pick one of these up. And if you use ScreenFlow, this might be a useful tool for you. Let's go to here. I'm going to drag the Contour Shuttle. You're going to double click it and install. All right, that took way too long. Okay, it does want us to restart, so I'm not going to do that. But once it's restarted, you basically get access to what's called the Contour Shuttle keyboard mapper, and you can go in and you can choose. It already works with a bunch of different software, but you can make your own keyboard shortcuts for this. And what you could do is say map or create one just for ScreenFlow. So let's open ScreenFlow, and then let's just make a new document here. And let's say you wanted to hit a button and have it play, right? Just hit the play button, right? Well, you could tell, like, every time you hit, say, this button here, that's just play or pause, and you would map the spacebar key to that, right? So it's basically a faster way, because you never have to move your hand off this. It just sits on this, and you can, just move your fingers around, tap the buttons you need. You have all the buttons you need, and imagine, this was your space bar, and this was your forward arrow and back arrow, and this was, say, your T key for splitting a clip. This is like your add a video action button. You could basically map all the keys that you use most often, or all the commands you do most often in ScreenFlow, just to any of these keys. And then, of course, you have this cool wheel. This could be fast forward. This could be rewind. This could be frame by frame, jump forward or backwards. So each of those, and then, of course, you have these bottom buttons as well. So there's a ton of buttons that you can map to this device, and it will save you a lot of time. Professional editors love this device in particular and many devices like it because it saves them time. They're not having to find the keys on the keyboard. They can just tap something. They never have to, they have everything they need right there and they map it. Now, this does more than just work with ScreenFlow. It can work with your web browser. It can work with your photo editing software. It can work with Photoshop, After Effects, whatever. It doesn't matter. You map the keyboards to it, and a lot of them are they've already done for you for popular software programs. So I highly recommend picking something like this up because it can, again, just save you a lot of time. If you're finding you spend a lot of time in ScreenFlow and you do a lot of editing in there, you may want to pick one of these up if you work at a desk or something like that. Now, if you're constantly on the go and you're on your laptop, you may not want to carry around another device like this. But if you're at home at your desk, these little guys are great. And again, you can customize it to whatever you want. So the Contour Shuttle, that'd be another pro tip for you. Pick up a device like that. It's not the only one out there. It's just the one that I know. I've used it before, but there are a lot of other ones. And find one that you're interested in or that works for you, and it'll get you off the fact that you constantly have to use your mouse. I mean, you'll still be using your mouse in conjunction with it, but you won't always be having to find the right keys on the keyboard or anything like that. You can kind of get all your editing done much faster. It can feel a lot more efficient. All right, so that is all the tips I had for you today, and hopefully, if you have any other questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We will see you in 2 weeks for our next episode of ScreenFlow Live. And yeah, thanks for watching. Keep screencasting, keep using ScreenFlow, and we'll see you next time.